Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of a playlist that we are going to be running on this platform. It is called Beyond the Grave. No, it's Beyond the Veil. All right, we're going to start this again. Take two. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And this episode, I forgot. See, it happens to it all, Cara. It happens to it all.
This is a great start.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode of Beyond the Veil, you will see myself and Caroline. We are going to be giving you insights into the spiritual world. Now, in these playlists, each and every one of you, these are tailored to you. So what do I mean by that? Each and every one of you can leave comments in these videos and leave your understandings. Now, I'm going to let Caroline introduce herself to each and every one of you, and then I'm going to give my introduction, and then we're going to get straight into the playlist.
Well, you sprung that on us, didn't you?
Sorry, Caroline.
Hi, my name is Caroline Tyndall. I've been doing mediumship now for about 8 years, and I love it. It's just my passion. It's got me heart.
And not only that, Caroline is very connected to the spirit world. That's what actually brought us together, wasn't it? Through
Exactly.
spirit. That's how me and Caroline actually met. It's crazy the way that the spirit world works. And so that was Caroline's introduction. And my introduction is, my name is Jordan Coburn. I'm a psychic medium, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to bore you with the rest. You already know it. Now, one of the things that you all have to understand is one of the things that we say on my platform, and I say it all the time, is like, I'm not interested in anyone else's understandings, but I understand that sometimes that can be a little bit off-putting to each and every one of you. Hence the reason why we have started this playlist. Caroline is very educated, has a very good understanding of the spirit world, and has different understandings to me, believe it or not. So what we're going to be doing from these videos is you're going to learn Caroline's understanding, you're going to learn my understanding, and our workings of why we have these understandings, so that you can all see. Each and every one of you learn differently. You know, the reason why when you come onto my platform, I don't start telling you other understandings is because it's off-putting to you. I need you to have my understanding if you want to learn it my way. But that doesn't mean to say my way is the right way. Again, we say it all the time. I think you'll completely agree, Cara, that there's loads of different understandings out there, isn't there?
I think everybody has to learn themselves and find their own way. You can look at other people for guidance and things like that, but you have to just find your own way and do what's comfortable for you. Just be the best version of yourself. You can look at somebody else for guidance,
Totally.
I just think you have to be the best version of yourself. It's no good trying to be like somebody else. You can look up to somebody, but just find what's right for you, find what works for you. And just, you can listen to other people, you can learn from other people, but it's just about you.
And I think when something doesn't feel right, it's your intuition, it's your guidance, your source, whatever you want to call it, not the sauce that you put on food. But the thing is, what you have to understand is at some point, like Caroline's saying, you have to step away. If something doesn't feel right to you, in those moments, you need to make a conscious decision whether you are going to continue on this path or are you going to follow somebody else's teachings. Now, I said at the beginning, the concept of this show is to let each and every one of you, the audience, get involved. So I'm going to come away from the way that I normally am, and so is Caroline. We're going to kind of take an unbiased view of some of the commonly asked questions. We're also going to give you our understanding, but we would love to know your understandings. This is the main premise of the show. We want you to get involved in the comments. Tell us your understandings and why you have them. So, Cara, by the way, you will hear me referring to Caroline as Cara, just in case everyone's wondering, is he speaking in spirit or is he speaking in... We're going to start the series with this question that is commonly asked by you, the audience. Are spirits always there? So, what I'll do is I'll take it away at the beginning, if you want, Cara, or do you want to take it away?
I'm fine. I'm going to go, Jordan.
Right, so Caroline's going to take it away, and we're going to hear Caroline's understanding, and we're also going to hear whatever else Cara has to say on this topic.
My personal opinion is yes, spirits are always there, but they're not there really until you want to call upon them to give a message to somebody. But yes, I would 100%, me personally would say yes, spirits are always around, always there. They're always there when you need them. And when you want to call upon them, they're there.
I think what a lot of people get caught up in is they want to know, are their loved ones there or are the spirit world there?
Always.
And the problem is it's always in a time when they're needing spirit. People don't realise the onus is on the human being. The spirit world are in spirit. They're doing what they need to do in spirit. We are the ones who are suffering. We are the ones that are in pain because we are missing this loved one. And a lot of the time when people go looking for spirit and are wondering whether spirit are there, it is because you are hurting, you are suffering. And through that suffering and through the grieving process that you are going through, it's kind of a disconnect from the spirit world. A lot of you may not know this. I mean, would you say that sounds correct in terms of the grieving? Because it's the suffering and the pain that you're going through that stops you from connecting.
It's the thing is, Jordan, you can have a read from a medium and the medium might say to you, your mum was there when you kissed the picture. Your mum was there when you were talking to the photograph. Or your grandma was there when this happened. Yeah. So that for me is confirmation that yes, spirit are always there, always with you.
100%.
And you, sometimes when you're really down or going through bad times, that they're there. The only thing is you just can't see them. They're just not there in physical form, but they're with you.
And like Caroline said there, although you can't see them, okay, none of you can see oxygen. Yet, you know it's there because you are going through the motions of life. Now, to a medium, to like myself and to Caroline, we both know categorically that the energy's there. Why, you might ask? Very, very simple, because we can connect with the energy. We work with the energy. To any of you who haven't seen the Soul Seeker series, which is a little bit different to mediumship, because whilst we can do mediumship and whilst we can do all of these fun different things, when you are working with spirit in a different sense and you are bringing forward evidence in terms of photographs, video footage, documenting paranormal activity, this not only concretes the idea and notions that the spirit world are always there, it shows you the intelligence of them. Sorry, everyone, I couldn't get my words out there. So, yeah, I mean, for anyone who is wanting to connect with their loved ones, Cara, what would be the first step that you would recommend?
You mean if they want to start off in mediumship?
Yeah, so let's put myself into a position of somebody who might be watching and, you know, they've lost a loved one, and they've just heard about this crazy concept from us on this video that there is a thing called mediumship where we can speak with the dead. What do you think would be the first thing that somebody should do if they were looking to even start to...
When I started off on my journey, the first thing I did was I looked online for any open circles close to me or any mediums that were close to me, just that I could learn from, really. I went to an open circle. There was a medium at the time who was coming to Spain to do an open circle, and I sat in the circle. Yeah. And I just thought it was just a way to start when you don't really know where to turn to. Or you know, sometimes you feel stupid telling your friends what you're going to do because they've known you. And all of a sudden you're like, I want to be a medium. And they're like, you what? And they think you're like, I don't know. But you have to just find, again, your own path, your own journey. Read, so there's books out there you can read as well.
Of course. And I think, like, obviously, a lot of the time with spirit will chaperone you. They will basically be like the guiding light. And without sounding spiritual and without sounding anything, because we'll stay away from that, we don't need to do that. We need to keep it plain and simple for you, the audience, so you can understand it and digest it. But the spirit world will be the guiding light. They will take you. Now, a lot of you may have heard Caroline's story there about how Caroline first started. Now, I do believe that, places like spiritual circuses, I didn't mean to say the word circuses, spiritual circles, can be constructive for some people. But also on the flip side of that, again, sometimes it's better to work with your own teams. It's better to work internally than to work externally. I think a lot of the time, and even though a lot of you might not understand this and you might not fully agree with this, I think a lot of the time we'll go searching for answers when we already know the answers. The answers are already within, if only we went in. A lot of the time it's a lot easier for us as being human beings to want to know something or to go externally, so to go looking for answers in terms of from another medium or watching a book, reading a book, watching something on the telly. Yes, this is easier, this is simpler, but sometimes the best way, in my personal opinion, is to just sit by yourself in a dark room. Don't ask us why I say a dark room, because a lot of the times when things happen, if there's light in the room, then you can kind of write it off. I don't know about yourself, Caroline, but when you go into meditation, what is it like that you see? I know this is off topic, everyone, but what do you see? Because I know when I go into meditation...
I just take myself on my own journey, Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't listen to guided meditation. I don't listen to voices.
I don't myself.
I just, if I go into meditation, I just need to switch off.
Yeah.
And there's so many people say you should see different things or, do it this way. I honestly, I keep saying it all the time, you need to find your own way. Yeah. And the only reason I see open circles is just to guide you at the beginning. And then
some people need
you can sit for yourself. Some people Once you just get that little bit of an idea or understanding what's going on, until you get that light bulb moment when you go, hold on, that's what suits me, that's what fits me. Then do it your own way. Meditation, sitting for spirit, there's just every single thing you can do it your own way, but just in the beginning.
100%. And I think that's one of the things with the open circles, which I think obviously we've mentioned that this isn't a video dedicated to it, but now we're on the topic, Spirit have got it rolling. One of the things that you should be aware of is, yes, they can be a good place to go. And I completely agree with what Caroline's saying. For some people, it can be good. But also, please don't be naive and think that everyone is there to look out for you. I'm not saying specific circles, but what I'm saying is when you are on a path of self-development, this is your journey. Don't expect anyone else to help you with this, because I know that sounds really horrible and abrupt, but I think Caroline will agree to part of this. Sometimes people don't want to see you do better. And when you start to connect with the spirit world, or when you start doing things in a different manner to what's been taught for centuries and centuries, and you break the mold, people frown up on you. It's like, for example, me and Caroline are both the same with this one, so I know Caroline won't mind us saying it, right? But we don't protect from the spirit world, ladies and gentlemen. We're possessed.
Definitely not.
And I'll tell you the reason why. You shouldn't protect from the spirit world or the realms. You should protect from poor understandings of bad teachings. On this earth plane, it is saturated with misunderstandings and poor teachings. And this is one thing that each and every one of you are going to learn along your divine spiritual path. There are many different avenues to explore. But like Caroline said at the beginning of this, it should be your journey. Do what feels right by you. If you want to go to a spiritualist church and there's one near you, great, go there. But if at any point somebody says to you something that doesn't sit right with you, then it is your duty and your responsibility, if you want to work with the spirit world, to stand up for yourself in their moments and say, well, actually, hang on, I want to do it this way. Something's telling me to do it this way. Is there anything else that you think we should add to that, Caroline? I know we started with a topic of our spirits always.
No, because there's so much to cover, really, Jordan. It's a journey. All I'm saying is, the only reason I think open circles were good for people is because they can meet like-minded people. For instance, you're sitting and none of your pals are interested in it.
Aye.
And you haven't got anybody like me and you have, in a sense. Yeah. Let's just say someone's sitting there, let's just say somebody called Jane is sitting there by herself thinking, I want to be a medium. Where do I start? What do I do? I've got nobody. Aye. All I'm saying is by going to open circles, you're meeting like-minded people. Aye. Which can then help you on your journey.
Oh, definitely.
Not just necessarily, because some of the churches...
It can help, it does help.
Some of the churches, they're so regimental and you can't say this and you can't say that and you can't do this and you can't...
I think that's the thing
That's because the SNU, you have to go by their rules.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying, the good thing about open circles is you will meet like-minded people, which I have. I've met some great people.
Aye.
It's 100%. That's the only reason I think that they're good for.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's going to have different experiences, and I think, especially for myself, whereas you've seen the good in the churches and you've met nice people, all I'm trying to prepare everyone is
I've met some nasty ones as well.
Of course, and this is the point I'm trying to make, because when you come into this line of work, Cara, people are like, love and light. And for any of you who know, it's not. It's literally stop conforming, stop following it because you think other people have to say that. When people say it in my comments, and please do not say it, and Gordy, if you're watching, don't put it in the comments. We've got Gordy who comes on and he's been winding us up saying love and light. But you have to understand that this is your personal journey. And whilst there are good points and bad points to everything, I personally think the only... Sorry, everyone, I've had my hay fever tablets, but the high pollen count today. The only reason why I think sometimes it can be damaging going into a place with like-minded individuals, I fully agree with what Caroline's saying. It's good to have people around you who you can confide in. But I also think that when we have people around us, it is very cliquey. We are going into a location where naturally we should be on a path of self-development, and we should be, yes, it's good to have people around who want the same thing, but understand this, people don't want you to succeed. And I don't know, maybe that's just me being doom and gloom, which I am.
The same in any business.
It's the same in any business. It's the same in any life. Just don't be deluded and think that you can go into these locations and everyone is going to want what is best for you. The only people that want what is best for you is your teams. And you can contact your teams in the comfort of your own home. It's, in my opinion. But I do agree with what you're saying, Caroline. I do agree that, a lot of people put themselves into a box. A lot of people feel scared to speak out. A lot of people feel like they can't talk to anyone. Why? Because we're talking about speaking to dead people, ladies and gents.
I think as well, though, because in this day and age now, thanks to technology, good points and bad points, but you have got great platforms now like Zoom and stuff, which we never had years and years ago. So they had no choice years and years ago, if you think about it. It was just open circles and people coming to your house and having closed circles and stuff. They had no choice. Now we have got a choice. So we have got this wonderful thing called technology in a sense.
Course, which each and every one of you are watching us on.
Exactly. So you can learn online.
Of course,
You can do Zoom classes with people.
YouTube,
exactly.
It's free. And by the way, while we're on the subject,
YouTube mad.
Subscribe.
YouTube mad, this one. YouTube mad.
Make sure you subscribe to Caroline. Caroline is going to be pinned in the comments of this video.
Coming up.
Caroline does have a lot planned for her platform. It is a new platform, but it's one of those things, Caroline has a life. She has a lot of things that she does. I don't. I just sit and make content all day long. Whereas obviously it's one of those things, for some people it's not just a case of that. But we've got loads of ideas for Caroline's channel. So
and I think my platform as well is for people who are struggling.
Yeah.
As well, just to give anybody a little bit of advice, because I've been doing this for 8 years and I've had some struggles. It's not always when you look up to one of the medium and go, oh, God, they're fantastic. Yeah, I'll never be like that. Yeah, I'll never do that. Yeah,
How many of you have said that?
Exactly. How many people? I've said it myself.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of being in the right place at the right time and trusting this one. This is the worst thing.
Of course.
It's trusting yourself.
The vessel.
And that's what of course. But this is what every single person has problems with, is trusting yourself.
But we can help with that, can't we?
Exactly, and that's what I want to be doing. I want to be helping people with that. Answer any questions by email, which I will be leaving on the site, not by mobile, just by email.
So you'll have
any questions.
All of Cara's details are going to be linked in this if you do have any questions. So to recap for this video, ladies and gents, our spirit's always there. I think we're going to give it a big thumbs up for that. Spirit's always there. Depending on your understanding. I mean, I've actually seen a lot of people who completely disagree till they go blue in the face, and it's
so what?
I've seen people who've said spirit are busy, spirit don't want to give messages, and it's like, if the spirit world did not want to give you a message, I mean, it doesn't sit right with me.
The only person that stops you from giving you a message is this.
You? Yeah, you had a problem. Yeah,
this is a problem.
Not you as a person, but each and every one of you.
But
you
every
are the
single
problem.
person would have felt like this. Yeah. Every single person would have thought, I can't do this. Or the panic that sets in when you're about to go on a read, which I've had so many times, which has gotten my way. I've given great reads and I've given terrible reads, to the point where you think, I'm on the right journey. It's all part of this process, which I'm going to get tattooed.
You've got to get it wrong to get it right.
The process. Yeah. You've just got to trust that every single day is part of your journey. Whether you like it or not, it's just the hard times will teach you more than the good times. But the hard times, it's what's going to make you stronger in the long run.
Of course, and that's when you need to understand why it is that you are doing what you're doing. Because when it does get difficult, it doesn't matter how many videos you watch of mine or videos you watch of Cara's, this is about you. This is about you on your own journey, like Caroline said. It's about you understanding the journey that you're on. Why are you wanting to do this? Why is it that this may not be working for you in those moments? Are you dedicating enough time to it? There's loads of different factors that come into it.
I think a lot of things, though, Jordan, sorry for interrupting, but I think
all right.
a lot of problems what I find with people who I've met is they want to give themselves the title, I'm a medium.
Yeah.
It's such a big thing.
It's the showcase, isn't it?
Of course, and for me, personally, I have been doing this for 8 years and still don't want to call myself a medium.
Which is crazy, though.
It's crazy because I believe that you have to be deserving of the title. And it's one of them things where, again, what's
She's
the problem?
very deserving
This is the problem.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
Because you think, really? But when I've give so many messages, like I said, that's been good and been bad. I've had a woman sitting here and I got nothing. It will happen. Yeah. And that's what's most important for all of you. It will happen. until you get into to the path of like, right, that what did that teach me? What did that teach me?
What did you learn from it?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all challenges and tests, but you know, it's one of those things. Like you've said, a lot of people see this as the glam and the fashion, and don't get us wrong, right? When I say this wasn't going to be a 5-minute video. It's not going to be, but like, if you are good with words, and it's like every line of work, you are going to have people who do it for the right reasons and the wrong reasons. You're going to have people who are nice and want the best for you, and you're going to have people who want to exploit you. Now, let's not beat around the bush here. In mediumship, you do have all of those categories. You have people who want what's best for you. You have people who want to help you. You have people who also want to exploit you. Now, when we are talking about the fame and the lights, this is where we see people naturally who come onto platforms and they don't have any understanding. They can't prove of anything that they do, but they will give themselves the title of the medium. Now, Caroline is not just an evidential medium. She is great at it. But even Caroline doesn't want to call herself a medium, which each and every one of you should learn from, because Caroline's proven it all of the time. We've been on paranormal investigations where Caroline's just burst into doing a reading for someone, and I'm like, Caroline, you need to go, we're meant to be doing this, mate. And Caroline's giving people readings and people are crying. And it's like, oh, let's get back to where. But this is what you all have to understand. It's not wrong doing it if you want the fame, but understand this, you shouldn't really be calling yourself a medium.
But Spirit will know.
Yeah,
Spirit,
exactly.
Trust me, Spirit knows your intentions.
Of course, Spirit know whether you are doing it for the right reasons. And if you are doing it for the wrong reasons, it's some time, you know, you are going to fall off that pedestal, my friend.
You'll be found out.
Human beings are very intelligent human beings. There is a lot of people who do very generic things. First of all, we don't do generic on this platform or on Caroline's platform. Evidence is evidence. And if you are having a mediumistic reading, or if you are somebody who's had, I'd love to know in the comments if you've had one of these readings where you've went in and you've sat in front of a medium and she went, oh, I think I've got a male coming through, or could it be female? Do you know anyone who's a male? Female? No, my granddaughter. And this is when you see people who don't have any conviction or any authority in the words that they speak. This is somebody who doesn't have a good understanding, and this is what you will come across. And if you do leave it in the comments, don't leave the person's name. We don't want it to be in it with slag and match, but just let us know if you understand the point that I'm trying to make there. You have to be prepared for this, each and every one of you. So I think we're going to bring this video to an end there, Cara, because we've got to make another video.
Because if I was watching the video, I wouldn't be watching this long. No way.
If you have stuck around to this point in the video, big massive thank you and congratulations, because I wouldn't be watching it this long either. No, I can't even listen to my own voice. And yes, you know, let me know down in the comments section if you've got any questions about anything that we have mentioned there. And until the next time, bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.